Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now to make the little boy's pixie hat, I'm going to make a very small size for premature to newborn small babies. Now I'm using this Caron Simply Soft because it is exactly that. It is so soft and it's a beautiful shade of blue. Now what I'm going to do, I love this stuff because it just pulls out right from the middle. It's not like a lot of the ones that you get in the UK, you've got to go digging for the middle part of it. Now I'm going to do a chain of 40 for this little hat. If you want to make a bigger one, then you just chain as many as you want. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll be back when I've got to 40. Now I've got my 40 stitches and I'm using a 4mm hook today. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to crochet another 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. That becomes our first treble crochet. Now we're going to go into the 4th space in the chain. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So wrap your yarn around your hook and we're going to go in to that space. Now I'm going to treble crochet all the way to the end. So in the UK it's a treble crochet, in the USA it's a double crochet. So I'm going to do that all the way to the end. So once I get to the end, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. We're going to turn our work. That becomes your first stitch. Now what we're going to do is something called a back post stitch and a front post stitch. I'm going to start with the front post stitch. So with this one, you're going to put your yarn over, and this is what the post is. This bit here, these long parts of your stitches are called the post. So this is a really simple stitch. Once you get it, don't be frightened of doing this stitch. So just go right in that space and go behind the stitch like that. Just like that. Put your yarn over and pull through. And then just finish your treble stitch like that. And it looks like that. Now the next one, we're going to do a back post stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the back. So yarn over, go around the back, turn it around if you have to, come through that hole, go over the front of that stitch, there it's there, that post there it's there, catch your yarn and pull it back and finish your treble stitch. So that one looks as if it's kind of twisted, but it's not. When you turn it that way, it's the right way. See? And on that side, it's the right way. So we've done a back post stitch because our stitch is to the back here. We're going to do another front post stitch. So yarn over, and this is the post here that we're going to use. So this time we're going to go in and have the post to the front of the crochet hook like this. Yarn over, pull through and finish your treble stitch. Now we're going to do a back post again. Yarn over, go in from the back, have the post to the back of your crochet stitch, of your crochet hook, sorry, pull through and finish your treble crochet. We're going to do that all the way along to the end, or to the last one. The last stitch, we just do a normal treble crochet. So now we're on a front one again. To the front, have the post to the front, right behind the stitch. Finish that treble, yarn over, go from the back, through that hole, through the next one, so your post is on the back, pull through and finish your stitch. Now this makes a beautiful rib stitch, almost like your knitted rib stitch. You'll see it better when we've done a few more. So I'm going to work my way to the end, doing one front treble post, one back treble post. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to say it. A front post treble and a back post treble. There we go. So now I'm on a front post treble. And we'll do a back post treble all the way to the end. So once I get to the end, I'll come back and show you what to do next. The next row is I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll zoom in a bit more. I'm going to turn my work like this. Now that becomes your first stitch. What this one does is it just keeps your blanket nice and straight at either side like this. So with this one, the post is facing in front of me. So that's what we've got to do with this one. We're doing a front post and then a back post, then a front post treble and a back. So yarn over, and we're going to go through so that the post is on the front. Bring your yarn through and finish your treble stitch. So now we're going to the back because that one is sitting at the back there. So through the back, through the hole, and push it to the back, and there's the post of that one. And what that's going to do is going to pull that stitch to the back, and this one to the front. You can see it quite easy. You can see the holes on either end that you have to go through. As long as you're going through the larger hole, don't go through the holes on the top here. Go through these larger holes like this. And then a back. And you do that for as many rows as you need. And I'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. So I finished the amount I want for my little hat, and I've done 11 centimetres. I've done 11 centimetres, and in centimetres that's, well, in inches, that's about 4 inches that I've done of my little hat. And this yarn is really soft. This stitch is quite a stretchy stitch as well, so it will stretch a little bit as a tiny baby grows. So that was my last stitch. I'm just going to pull my yarn through and finish that off. Now what we're going to do now, I'm going to fold this like this. I'm going to fold it over. This is going to be the opening of my little bonnet. I'm going to sew up this edge. So using a piece of the yarn that I've cut off, I've got myself a darning needle, and I'm going to enclose that. So I'm going to catch the 2 parts of the stitch here and the 2 parts of the first stitch on the other side, and then just pull my yarn through. I'll go to the next one and do the same. Catch the two stitch parts of that one and catch the two of the next one. I'm going to do that all the way up, and that should give me a nice neat join. So just sew up one side of your hat. I'm sewing up this side, and this is going to be the side that will be on the baby's face. So I'll continue to do that, and I'll come back and show you how to crochet some tying straps. I've stitched down my little pixie hat. Now I'm going to turn it inside out. Just turn it inside out like this. So this is what it looks like at the back. The way I've done the stitches, I've almost got the lines running like that. All we have to do now is do some ties and neaten up around here. Now I've got a slightly larger hook this time. I've got a size 5mm crochet hook, and I'm going to crochet 25 stitches. That's 1, 2, so 25's ample to tie around the baby's neck in a little bow. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just open our baby hat like this. This corner here, I'm going to push my hook through and make a stitch. Just push your hook through, put your yarn over and pull through. Now this part I'm going to join to the corner of the hat like that. I'm going to do a single crochet all the way around. I'll turn it the way you can see it, but you can recognise. I'm going to do a single crochet all the way around the edge of my heart, the edge of the hat, and then I'll crochet another 25 chain. So I'm just going to do a single crochet, just pick up the stitches, as long as you've got an equal number of stitches. I'm just going into the gaps. 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 13. I'm going to go right into the back to make 14, and I'm going to pick up 14 stitches down this edge. So I've finished around the neck with my first row of a single crochet stitch. I picked up 14 to here and then 14 down to there. You might have more or less stitches. So now I'm going to chain another 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to make the strap on the other side. So I've crocheted my 25 stitches for the strap on this side. So I've got a strap on both sides, as you can see. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to crochet all the way back around to this side. So I'm going to miss the first crochet stitch and go into that one. And doing this should give you enough of a tie. You don't want it too thick. You don't want too much tied underneath the baby's neck, especially if they're a tiny baby. So I've got right around my little bonnet. So what I'm going to do is I'll just cut my yarn, pull that through, fasten it off. I'll tie that one to that one, like that. You can just stitch the edges in. So there we go, that's us got our tiny little pixie hat. Now this stitch is quite a chunky stitch as well when you do a front post and a back post, and it's beautiful for blankets as well. I've done a video on a blanket like this as well if you're interested in that, and it's turned out really well. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Just click on the button there to subscribe. It is free to subscribe to the channel. Also, there's a little bell icon. If you click on that bell, you'll be notified when I post a new tutorial. It's turned out really pretty. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.